Y'all, Jesus is Lord. The Word works. We were talking to you about good tomato juice versus bad tomato juice because I was not willing, and Pat used a term that was so bad. She called me lazy. Well, that's the truth. I was just too lazy to walk across the parking lot, walk into Walmart, get what I wanted, pay for it, and come out. So my laziness caused me not to get the best. Come on, Pat. What does the Bible say about that?
The word says, be not slothful. That means lazy. Don't be lazy, but be followers of them who through faith and patience, and that's consistency, inherit the promises. So he tells us exactly how we are going to inherit the promises. But he says, don't be lazy. Don't be a lazy Christian. Go to the Word of God. Find your promises. Put them in your mouth. Meditate on them day and night until they get in your heart. And you know, that is the key to living life as heaven on earth. That's what he says. I believe it's Deuteronomy 11. He says, lay up these, my words, in thine heart. And he said, then your days will be as heaven upon the earth.
Oh, I want some of that heaven on the earth.
Oh, yeah. No sickness or disease.
I've had enough of that junk, okay?
No trouble. Sorry, go ahead.
Who's going to preach this? Am I going to preach this? Listen.
Yeah.
It says, these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt diligently hearken unto the voice of the word of the Lord thy God. Now, there's a story about Martha and Mary. Mary had chosen what Jesus said was that better part that would never be taken away from her. And she was sitting at the feet of Jesus, hearing his word. So, you know, I'm talking to a wife here, maybe. You got to cook breakfast today. Well, get up 30 minutes earlier so you can spend 30 minutes extra in the word of God, because faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. Maybe you got to go to work, sir. I mean, you got to be at work at 6 o'clock, you know, so I don't have time. Get up at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Spend an extra 30 minutes. Be diligent, quit being lazy, and just kind of hoping that God's going to get everything to you. He's going to get everything to you based on your performance of doing what he told you to do.
Yes.
So what you got to do is realize the word has to be first place in your life. You have to believe it. You have to study it. You have to confess it. And while I'm on that, put a watch on your tongue. Just quit talking any old junk and just letting anything come out of your mouth that wants to come out of your mouth. Don't be lazy about that, and tell yourself, hey, shut up. Pat and I did that years ago. I'd say, you correct me anytime I say anything and I'll correct you. The problem with that was I never got to correct her, but she was on me like a chicken on a June bug. You're going to have to guard your mouth and guard your heart. Quit watching all them football games and go back to the Word of God, and don't be lazy. Hey, we got to go. Go ahead.
It's worth it to take the time to go to the Word of God, because the harvest of that, it will totally change your life.
Oh, it's great. Wonderful. Well, Jesus is Lord and the Word works.